We get a lot of people asking us about living in little Spanish villages, living in the likes of a touristy area like Costa, or living in a town like Torrevieja. And what should you choose to live in if you had the choice? Having tried all three. And there's one thing about living in a little Spanish village that we never thought of. And sometimes, even though I'm walking through a busy industrial estate, the town can be really quiet. But sometimes as well, it can shock you when you see how many people actually work up in this little small industrial estate and how many businesses there are. It's a side sometimes that you never look at. There's an engine guy. Interesting. I think sometimes as tourists, people think that the Spanish economy, although it does, it needs tourism, just like any country needs tourism. But I think you forget that there is towns with industrial estates and factories, and you know, the economy doesn't just go around tourism and people buying pints and eating English breakfasts or going to tapas bars on tapas tours. There's a lot more to Spain than that. Do you know what's good about walking around the little streets like this? Is you find bars that you never even knew existed. This little Spanish bar back there. Now it is 10 o'clock in the morning. I have just dropped the car off at the garage. I was going to get some work done to it. Get it done before the weather changes again. And it's just needing a yearly service and stuff, so isn't that fantastic? But the clouds are clearing as well. It's looking as if it's going to be another beautiful day here in deep dark Spain. I do like the nice little park areas, that's what I do like. Downside at this time of the morning, you've either got Spanish places on the edge of town that are open, or everywhere else is just closed. I do find it strange sometimes. They either open really early and get started really early, or they open late. It's just the different types of bars there is, I suppose. Do you know what does amaze me is the amount of properties in this area that are lying empty, that are in the region of around, like this one, 549,000. No, it's 550 grand all day long, isn't it? But yeah, it is a big property. It's got 15 bedrooms if that's your type of thing, but it's lying empty. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it, as they say. Another downside of just having all the rain that we've had is that a couple of days' time the mosquitoes are going to be out in numbers. I've just been bitten by one. Great. It's always the same. The place that I thought would be open so I could come and get breakfast isn't. Now this is a typical Spanish breakfast. Typical tostada. Nice bit of fresh bread, tomato and tuna. Oh, perfect. So it's now 11:30 and I've been sitting doing work on my phone for the past hour and a bit. No, just about an hour, which is good. It's fantastic that you can work for your phone in this day and age. You don't need to take the laptop everywhere. So I've got some good work done. Had a nice tostada and a coffee. I'm going to have a walk back up and Town's starting to come to life. I always find it interesting when you've got old guys sitting in a bar like that and they basically don't even buy any drinks, but they just sit and play dominoes all day. And the bar owners let them away with it because it's community, isn't it? Could you imagine doing that in a bar back home? So one thing that you need to think about when you are moving to Spain and if you're thinking about a touristy area, a small village, small villages in Spain, you need to be able to speak a decent level of Spanish to get by. Unless you end up in a town like this where there's a lot of Brits, but if you want to be nearer the coast, you get a bit more life about you. There's nothing wrong with small villages in Spain, not at all. They're absolutely fantastic little places, nice little communities. But can you hear that? Some madman playing techno music. And you always get the most unexpected things sometimes, just like somebody blaring it's just like being back home actually in Scotland. Somebody's probably off work and just stoned in their bedroom, no doubt, listening to a bit. One upside is when you're about half an hour inland, you can get property cheap as chips. You can get property really cheap compared to what you would pay near the coast. So it's all about what you really want in life. You want a nice chilled out life? Do you want something with a little bit extra? Bit more oomph about it? Or ultimately, do you want something out in the country that's got a little bit of peace and quiet? A little bit of peace and quiet and a little bit of land for you to do whatever you want. But ultimately, it's your choice, and it is your choice. What a fantastic day it is today. Clear blue skies, not a cloud in the sky, which has been tremendous after the weather that we've had. I'll just leave the clear blue skies. I can hear an aeroplane up there somewhere. Oh, there, it's up there. Let's just see if I could zoom in. Nope, it's too high, isn't it? Yep, it's far too high. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hasta luego.